Okay, let's talk about the Black and Bloom Salvia trio. This is really a great plant, and it's sort of a unique plant in our collection because it's one of the tall, spiky plants that you can mix with a whole lot of other plants that are in the catalog. It's also a plant that will bring in hummingbirds especially. So if you like to have hummingbirds come visit around your yard, if your kids like to see hummingbirds, plant Black and Bloom Salvia. Also butterflies visit it, a lot of monarchs, they'll feed off of it. And it's just a really, really nice plant for sort of that habitat garden, or, you know, just who doesn't want to see hummingbirds come to their house every year? They're great. It's a tall plant. It'll grow up to 36 inches, has these long, blue, spiky blooms that are sort of like trumpets, and that's why hummingbirds love them, because they can stick their beak up in there and take out the nectar. The leaves are really kind of, they're sort of leathery, they're thick. It's a really nice dark green. It's a sturdy plant, and you can also use them in containers, but don't put them like in a 12-inch container. You should put them like in a 16 to 24-inch container because they get big. Again, mix them with all kinds of plants in the catalog. Just let your mind run wild. They look great in the garden because you get this nice tall spiky stuff, and then you can plant other plants around them and get sort of that airiness and color and throughout your garden. It's absolutely a full sun plant. Don't even think about planting them in part shade because they won't bloom and they won't grow as well. So full sun, fertilize this plant. It's a very vigorous plant, and it's sort of a rule of thumb, the more vigorous a plant, the more feeding you're gonna have to provide that plant to keep it robust and healthy and really growing nicely. So I would feed, if I put it in a container, I'm gonna feed it a couple times a week for sure, maybe even more. If I'm putting it out in the garden, I'm gonna feed it once a week. And I use Nature Source fertilizer. It's a great plant food. We have it in the catalog. I suggest you give it a try. It can be used on anything and everything. No toxic chemicals, just a great healthy fertilizer for all your plants and for your vegetable plants. So Black and Bloom Salvia, give it a shot. It's a great plant.